Welcome to Stonyhurst St Mary's Hall, the prep school to Stonyhurst College. This video is especially for military families to help serving personnel find ultimately the very best educational establishment for their child. I'm Ian Murphy. I'm the headmaster here at the prep school, and these are just a few of our wonderful children. Hopefully this film we are making for you will give you some insight into how special and unique this prep school really is. Stonyhurst is located in the heart of the Ribble Valley, an area of outstanding natural beauty in the northwest of England. We have very close links to major transport hubs. Stonyhurst is a family like no other. A family to which the children know they truly belong. We recognise that this is a unique school family which ensures the stability and the care for children of serving personnel. Stonyhurst's educational model is strongly influenced by the Jesuit mission in education, striving for personal excellence in all that we do. This mission is to ensure an improvement in living and learning as we nurture boys and girls of competence, of commitment, of conscience and of compassion. Our motto, "Quand je puis, as much as I can," is our overarching principle. Each child is encouraged to give of their very best, whether it is in the classroom, on the sports field, or through the myriad of other opportunities they have for their development and their all-round personal growth. One of our principal aims is for every child to feel that their personal contribution to school life is celebrated and is valued, and that their needs are recognised.
I love all sports, especially rugby.
I love sport, especially playing netball.
I love having fun playing with all my friends.
The pitches are floodlit, which is really great because we get extra practice at night, even when it goes dark. I like boarding so much because at night as well we can do sport, which is up to us what we do, so we can play as a team. All the boarders are there, and whereas at home you can't practice, say like team sports, like hockey.
Our military history is vitally important to us. We're incredibly proud of it. And part of this stems from the 7 VC winners we have here at Stonyhurst, and continues now through our vibrant CCF. This is a boarding school, first and foremost. The vast majority of these are from the UK, and they come from right across the British Isles. We also welcome a small number of pupils each year from a whole range of countries in Europe, the Americas and Asia. The vast majority of our boarders are here for 7 days and 7 nights. It's a big, inclusive boarding family. It is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week education experience. And this is exactly what military families require: the stability, the consistency and the assurance their child is not only known and loved, but is happy, is motivated and is excited by their school experience. Because whenever a child can find success, wherever that may be in school life, in art, in music, in sport, in drama, in friendships, within the boarding community, when these things come together, the child feels happier, they feel stronger, they feel more resilient, and time again that knocks on into the classroom, and we see a growth in confidence, we see a growth in success, and ultimately we see a fantastic education begin to flourish.
Our boarding ethos is looking at tolerance, independence and empathy. When we're dealing with tolerance, we're looking at sharing dormitories with one another from pupils from all over the world, where you suddenly expect to get along with the person you're sharing a dormitory with. Empathy, obviously we like the children to be empathetic towards each other, so they might see an old boarder who has been through the same situation before, from the military background. If they come into boarding then and they can ask, how have you found it? How did you settle in? It's nice to see that other boarder as well arm around the shoulder sometimes saying, look, I've been there, I know what it's like. Independence, like most boarding schools, you want to encourage that independency with a boarder. Of course, we're here to give them that stability and that structure and to show them how to do things when they first arrive. But we do encourage for them to help themselves. We have senior staff who work 6 days a week. We have a matron and we have gap students who will again work 6 days a week, each with a different day off in the week. That allows the boarders to have that consistency so they know who's looking after them and taking care of them each day of the week. Myself and my family, my two brothers and sister all came through the school. So my mum actually works down in reception as well. So we're kind of, when you've been through the school and you've invested so much into the school through all the years, you feel like you've got to give something back a little bit. Well, I certainly did when I left.
Here we've got Elliot Obertienbo, who's a previous SMH boarder. So Elliot eventually went on to play for England under-21s on Saracens. I'm actually on this image as well as a pupil. And you can see here myself and Joe Ansbro, who represented Scotland, St Saints and London Irish. We were at school together, we played rugby together all the way through our SMH in college. Something to look up to and inspire them as they come up the stairs up into boarding.
My favourite thing about boarding is just the community, share real friendship.
They're like brothers and sisters to you because you're living with them all the time.
It's like a big family.
Generally the community is like full of bright spirits.
You don't get time to like be bored or anything because you're always doing something. Opposite from the outside to the inside. The outside's big and the inside's like such a close-knit family.
Military boarders sometimes have been to schools and they've moved around every couple of years or so, so they've not had that consistency with the familiar faces, with the staff, with the other pupils and the other friends that they've had, and they've had to say goodbye to those people, quite frequently. So when they come to St Mary's Hall, they get that consistency, they get that stability and that family environment around them where they feel welcomed and safe. My wife plays the motherly role for all of the children. She creates that really nice family atmosphere.
You never feel left out, like there's always someone to talk to. And even if you're feeling homesick or sad, there's always someone there that will comfort you and make you feel welcome.
The teachers are there to help you with your homework and get all the help you need, whereas at home I struggle more to get my homework done in time, especially because you've got to, when you go home, you have dinner, whereas at school it's so much easier.
It's like a big old sleepover, isn't it?
Yeah.
In my old school, we didn't have a theatre, so when I came here, I was very excited because it was like a really big theatre and it feels real when you're doing the shows. Boarding's great at home away from home. The dog's really, he's amazing. It's really nice just to be able to play with him at night, especially with all your friends. It kind of, you can all like kind of go around and like throw a ball and throw him and things.
Dilly is our therapy dog and part of the learning support environment within the school. She works with the children on an educational side. She works on the social and emotional side. So she will just wander around the children. They just naturally put their hand down to stroke her. That releases obviously more happy endorphins, and the child is more happy to engage with a question that otherwise they might feel uncomfortable answering. A little bit of support if they're missing their pet at home.
The Ribble Valley, the area that we're in, is fantastic. The wide range of activities that we have on our doorsteps. We've been whitewater rafting, go-karting, ice skating, trips to the cinema, bowling, climbing up Pendle Hill. So we have the swimming pool available, the tennis dome, and we have the playrooms downstairs for table tennis and snooker. Boarders' kitchen if they want some extra toast or food in the evening to eat. Their options are there. They're not compulsory in the evening because we're not making them doing these activities, but if they want to and they've got energy to burn off, they can do. Boarding staff, our primary role is looking after the boarders. We're involved in different areas of their life downstairs, but primarily our main focus and our main role is a boarding member of staff, which is waking up in the morning, getting them ready for school, and then being there at the end of the day to see how they are and make sure everything's okay for them. We have a full boarding house at the moment. I'd say around 90% of those are full boarders. So at the weekends, the majority of the boarding house is still full. And the mix is really good of international UK-based boarders, slightly more UK-based boarders this year. I'd say nearly 50-50 split boys and girls. Good numbers in each of their playrooms and year groups, so that when they get to boarding, they're not on their own. They're with fellow pupils who they've been in the daytime with. They come upstairs and they know they've got a friendly face there to play with and chill out with in boarding time.
We empower our boys and girls to be the best that they can be in our efforts to form and shape the leaders of the future. who will carry forward a sense of purpose and a passionate desire to make our world a better place. When boys and girls leave Stonyhurst College, they have completed their academic journey alongside their journey of human formation. And during that academic journey, many of them will have started here in the prep school. We have built upon those initial blocks in the pre-prep. We've begun to expand minds, encourage children to look beyond the horizon. And as they become more mature and move through the college, through the GCSE and pre-IB process, through to the A-level and International Baccalaureate, there is value being added each step of the way. Therefore, the actual measurable results that our young people achieve in their final year are quite fantastic. When boys and girls leave Stonyhurst College, they remain in very close contact, always connected. We have a very strong alumni network that builds upon the shared experiences rooted in core values. Outward-facing, kind-hearted, compassionate men and women for others. We are so very privileged to live and work and play in an environment that is so beautiful, with fantastic facilities and stunning buildings. But ultimately, this counts for nothing if the children are not happy, if they're not beautifully cared for, if they are not truly known and loved as an individual. Thank you for watching our video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. From here on, please do take a moment to contact the admissions team, and I would love to welcome you to the school. You'd have an opportunity to meet the staff, meet these wonderful children.